Hi guys, it's Kayla here. Welcome to another process video, this time using the Pretty Little Kit, which is our Project Life inspired kit. This one is called Charlotte. So I've gone ahead and stitched around the edges of all the photos with white thread, which is something I do on all my Project Life layouts in this particular album for my son. And I've also added some black mist dots already so they'd be dry for the video. I'm just adding a title using the craft thickers that were included in the kit, and now I'm going to add a doily to one of the 4x6 cards, which is a foil paper from my mind's eye. Unfortunately, when I added this doily, I did cover up the majority of the mist dots I had put on this card, so I decided to add some more using my favourite mist. And I do apologise for the slightly out of frame video because I was filming in a workspace that wasn't my own because I was house sitting, so I had to set up my camera a little differently to what I normally would. So right now I'm adding some sequins. They're black and grey sequins from the Studio Calico Essentials line, and I'm adding these to my title card, just around my mist dots that I'd already splattered. I find title cards really hard sometimes to be creative with. I'm relatively new to Project Life, and I look at Naya's work and I'm always super inspired, but I'm getting better, just trying to get outside the box. It is hard to go from being a traditional scrapbooker to a Project Life style scrapbooker, although I still haven't gone away from traditional scrapbooking, but it's hard when I've always worked with such a big space to then work in such a small space, but I'm learning and I'm getting there. So I'm also writing a little recap of our week underneath my week title, and I just use an Artline journaling pen for writing on my cards. So right now I'm adding some little embellishments to my photos. I tend to take a lot of frame pictures, so I use, when I'm using a Design A pocket with Becky Higgins page protectors, I tend to fill up the 3x4 pockets very quickly as opposed to the 4x6. I actually had quite a few 4x6 photos this week, which is unusual for me. So yeah, I tend to be very photo heavy in the 3x4 pockets, so I just like to add little tiny embellishments like stars and word stickers and enamel dots, just to add a little bit of embellishment to the middle. I'm using a little photo, which is unusual for me, but I just have this little photo of my son's first taste of Varex, and that stuff is disgusting, it stinks, but this was his first taste of solids, and as I'm recording this video he is almost 7 months old and he eats solids a lot now, so this is making me realise just how quickly time flies. So I've just added a title that says Varex using the craft thickers, and I'm pretty sure I added some of the Teresa Collins tiny alphabet stickers to write yucky. These weren't included in the kit, but these are the Simple Stories DIY collection label stickers. I love them for journaling, adding little bits of journaling here and there. They're great and I go through them a lot, so I'm going to use I think this is the blue one just here, and one of the scrappery exclusive flares that May designed to match this month's kit. And these are the enamel dots that you get included in the kit. These are beautiful. I love how my mind's eye have presented their new enamel dots. They're just fantastic. So I'm just adding some journaling to my label sticker. And this card I played around with quite a bit. It was one of my favourite designs out of the cards. I really wanted to make it a feature card, so I moved things around quite a bit until I was happy with how it was, and I ended up changing it quite significantly. It wasn't what I had in mind for the card, but that's right, because I think it worked in the end. I left it like that, and then I went back to it. So this is where I'm adding some of the Teresa Collins alphabet stickers, just to put a subtitle on that top 4x6 card. And I'm adding another one of the, well, quite a few of the Simple Stories label stickers just to some of the photos, so I can add a little bit of journaling. With this bottom 4x6 card, I have the included acetate 4x6 card, and I've stitched around the edge, and what I decided to do was make it into a shaker pocket. So I just picked out a few of the sequins and some of the wood veneers that were supposed to be in the scrappery kit, but I used some in this spread. So at the end of this layer, I ended up placing it inside the page protector and stitching around the edge. I mean, not around the edge, around the top, so that the bits would not fall out. So I'm just adding a bit of journaling to photo again on some more of those label stickers. And for some reason, I just had these tiny little photos printed this week, so I used them to my best ability. He just started sitting up in a bath seat this week. When this week was, so he had a lot of firsts this week. He was studying solids. He was sitting up in the bath. Yeah, so it was a big week for all of us. I used quite a few of those craft stickers on this layout because I know that I added some to the top that I must still be doing. So I'm adding some more enamel dots. Who can have enough? And this is where I decided to add another title to the bottom of this photo, and I just kind of winged it and then had to move everything because the title that I wanted to do was just way too big to fit. So that happens, but oh well. My son's wearing a Superman onesie, and he loves it when we put him over our head and call him Super Baby. So that's the title of this card. It's our little Super Baby. I'd love to get him a proper Superman outfit with a cape, but I can't find a cool one, so I must have a proper hunt for one. Adam, my partner, wears a Superman onesie with a cape at the back, and he's 26, so apparently you can never be too old for Superman. Love this picture of my partner and my son. They look so much alike. I should have just titled it Peas in a Pod. 2 peas in a pod. So now I'm adding some of my favourite craft heart stickers by Studio Calico. These look fantastic on Project Life layouts because they're tiny, they don't add bulkiness. They're just great. They're from a really old line, and I can't remember which one, but I still savour my sheet of them. I must find some more. I think Spotlight stocked them now. So this is the sort of process I go through when I'm at the end of completing a layout. I just go and go on like an embellishment frenzy and add anything last minute if there's a spot where I think there needs to be an embellishment. So I've added some more journaling and some more enamel dots and bits and pieces just to make it feel done to me. So this is the bit where I decided I was going to add some more writing, and so I use the lines on this black and white design card as a bit of journaling space and filled it in with a bit more of what I wanted to say for this week. And then I'm pretty sure I realised after that the layout was completed, and I completed yet another week in my son's Project Life album, which is so far behind, but I'm getting caught up slowly, so it's all good. We are getting there one day at a time. So I really hope you enjoyed looking at this process video using Charlotte. Unfortunately this kit is sold out, but we have a few of the following month's kits Noah in store, and we are about to release our next monthly Pretty Little kit, and we are super excited. So if you keep your eyes peeled, we have a scrappery peak party yet again and Cybercrop, and our kit releases will be at the end of the month. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!